So in the last video, we talked about whether or not you should negotiate your intern pay. And my kind of takeaway from that was really think about whether or not you're offering value. And if you're not, maybe reconsider it's not worth asking for an internship raise. And if you're really not offering that much value, maybe it's not worth negotiating your pay. Again, it's always worth asking, but you have to go in with the expectation that you might not be able to negotiate it. That said, I did mention that there's been a few cases in which my pay has been increased by negotiating. And here's how you can do it, and here's an example of how I would go about it. The first thing is I would demonstrate that you can offer value. Now, this might not be on day one. If you go into a company as your first internship, you might want to go ahead and for the first few months, for the first few weeks, say, you know what, I'm going to accept whatever I'm given. Then, once you feel comfortable and you can say, hey, I can hit a really high level of production, go ahead and talk to your manager and say, look, I know I could be making money elsewhere, but I love working here and I love working for you. I think I'm pretty well experienced with this, and if I can hit this target, would you guys be willing to pay me a little bit more, or can I get a little bit bonus? Especially for a small company, they're really willing to take that deal. The reason is they've already invested all this time and money in training you up. So going them with that kind of positive mentality of saying, look, I'm doing pretty well. I think I could do even better. Would you mind throwing a little bonus for me if I hit this target? Could work. When I worked at Kamek, that was something that happened to me. I went in making $8 an hour, and I knew that I could work at a number of places, even at a restaurant, make at least a few bucks more than that any given day. But I loved working there, and I knew going into it, I didn't have a lot of room to negotiate my pay. But after a few months, I came back and said, look, I've been running the Amazon part of the company for the past few months. I feel pretty comfortable with it. Here's what I'm going to suggest. If I hit this ludicrous target, if we double our sales in the next few months, would you guys be willing to give me a % of those sales? I said, you know what, sure. If you hit this crazy target, we'll give you this little bonus. And I said, great, because that would effectively increase my hourly rate by $4 or $5 an hour. And for them, they'd be making a lot more money, so it's worth it. While I did not hit that target, I got really close to it, and they said, we're going to bump your pay up for the months moving forward, which was a really nice way of showing that I was offering value. It never hurts to come back after a few months, after a few weeks, to reevaluate the situation. When you come in, you're unknown, you're unproven, and you could be a big risk. Once you demonstrate that you can offer value for a little while, again, it might take you some time. For me, it takes like 120 to 140 hours of working on a business to really get there. They now know that they can trust you and that you're not going to be a dud, and they're willing to pay you a little bit more. The second case is when you have a lot of people bringing up, hey, we're doing a lot of work and we think that the market commanded a better price and working together. Now, this happened when I was working at Toyota. When I was working at Toyota, we were all moving to this town called Plano. It's a suburb of Dallas, but it's a very expensive place to live. Toyota just moved there, and there really wasn't much housing in the city. And housing easily ran $1,000 a month for a suburb, which is crazy. And to compensate that, Toyota decided to go ahead and give everyone a $3,000 stipend for the summer intern. As we went to look around for housing, a lot of us realized that you really can't find anything for less than $1,000 a month. So for a 4-month internship, you're going to spend $4,000 or $5,000 for housing, and we're only given a $3,000 stipend. And a lot of people brought this up and said, hey, we really appreciate the stipend, but we're struggling to find housing. Do you guys know of a place that we can find housing within our price range? And a few weeks before the internship started, they actually sent out a note to everyone and said, look, we realize it's really difficult to find housing in Plano. We get this is a city that is not ready for this many people coming in, so we're going to give everyone an extra $1,000 stipend. So in the end, we got $4,000 for living expenses, which is wonderful. And that worked because a lot of people brought that up. They asked why. They didn't say, hey, I need this more. I need to be paid more. But they said, look, we're looking for housing. We can't find anything in that price range. Do you guys know of something? And that's a subtle way of negotiating. So think about that. Maybe you can broaden the pie. Maybe they can't pay you more, but maybe they can give you some more perks. Maybe they can't pay you an hourly wage, but they can give you some extra gear. They can give you a discount. They can give you access to the company car, whatever the perk might be. Think about what ways you can broaden that pie so you can get something out of that that's better for you. Even if it's not a higher hourly rate, there's a lot more you can get out of it. So there you have it. There's a few ways to subtly negotiate your pay as an intern. Hopefully that works well for you. Hopefully you guys learned something. If you guys enjoyed that video, please go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. As always, feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. If you want more resources, you can go to rikinshah.com/internship book for the free ebook, or rikinshah.com/resume for the free resume template. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.